Dreams are made winding. Oh. There's a guy using a screwdriver in the backyard. I just want to make sure he's done before I just start doing this reading, and then he starts using his power tools again. No power tools, Dale. No power tools. That is not your toothbrush. I'm getting hot again, obviously. Oh. Obviously, please feel free to fast forward until we get to the message. Let's do this. Ooh, the sun. Target practice, I just heard. Calgary. Capricorn? Why the fuck did Calgary just come up? Weird. Cancer. Ooh, roots. I did live there. Okay, so Capricorn energy. All right, and like when I lived in Calgary for a couple of years, like 2.5 years, almost 3 years, it was probably some of the worst energy I have ever had to witness in my life. I don't know if it's just people in Alberta. I don't know if it's the energy of the people. I don't know. I don't know if it's the mountains. I don't know what it is. But people are so angry. And it's not like they're just a little bit angry. They're mean. They're cutthroat. Which is like a lot around like Toronto and stuff, around the big cities. They're like that. But in Calgary, it's just everywhere, you know, because it is a city with a lot of small little suburbs all around. So people get so angry there. And that's the one thing I hated about it was people's energy. I came back home because I was like, I know the energy of people back home. This energy out here, I don't know. I've never been west, you know, like this and stayed for a long time. I don't know that. I didn't realize that people were so different and like Americans. Holy shit. Okay. America was just totally not Canada at all. Like, I don't know if we're just all up here and there's something in the trails in the sky that just, I don't know, make people nicer. I don't know what it is, but like, actually, I really feel like Alberta's like really American. Like they are just push you out of the way if you don't get out of the way. Like here, it's like people will move out of the way for you. You know, like if they still have respect just for living, you know? So I feel like whatever this was about or is about, I feel like it has something to do with somewhere you used to live. Golem. I have to watch this Sherlock again. So the Golem strangles people. Two-tone! What up? What up, Archie? Okay. Golem. Golems are witchcraft. They can be. They are silhouettes formed through clay to come alive and kill people. Okay, so 6 of Wands lining up with the Capricorn energy, which I accidentally said Calgary, okay, where I'm pretty sure that is exactly where the devil lives, okay. There's the Phoenix, and it wants to stay in reverse. I'm not going to force it to go upright if it doesn't want to. The Phoenix is under the sun now. Okay, the Phoenix is the bird that rises from the ashes, okay? Once it burns out, it dies and comes back. Okay, it's a lot like the Golem. It's dead until somebody brings it to life. And then there's the Knight of Cups on the bottom of the deck. It wanted me to look at the bottom of the deck. Knight of Cups, which is lining up with the 4th house of Cancer, heritage, roots, where you come from. Roots. That's what I just heard. This is your roots. Your loin, like, maybe this is your, yeah, this is your family. This would be your family. Actually, I don't know if it's like your children or like your actual children, or if this was something that happened when you were a child. But it kind of seems like you could have also taken a step in your life that involved you moving somewhere really far, like really taking a leap of faith. Okay. And, you know, which would be the Phoenix. Really trying to rise from those ashes again and set fire, and maybe it didn't work. Okay, because it's not guaranteed. Like, just because you go to a new city for a new start, it's not guaranteed that you're going to get the start that you want. Okay, so really, dude, you're just going to do this. I fucking hate this house next door because it just seems like everybody wants to move in for like a week and cook whatever they're cooking, and then they leave, but they all try to make it their own little like apartment and backyard. So this guy's trying to make a fucking backyard right now so he can leave his dogs back there so they can go inside and find whatever he wants in the house. And then he's just like, now you're gonna leave your dogs out there. They're gonna fucking bark the entire time you're in that house getting high. Like, oh, and they're gonna fucking figure out a way to get out of your makeshift stupid backyard that you fucking built. Just so you can sit and get high for like 5 minutes. Oh my God, people annoy the fuck out of me. Like, I pay so much money up here. It is retarded in a crack house. Okay, I almost paid $2,000 to live in this fucking so-called crack house. Okay, just irks my chain. Okay, something is irking your chain, and I can feel it. Okay, Temperance. Fucking bitch was on the bottom of the deck, and she obviously wanted to come out again. The Sea Nymph in reverse, and the Fool in reverse, and the 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 6 of Cups. There's the 6 of Cups. That's the fucking heritage line right there. 3 of Swords. I love this 3 of Swords. It's like an alien. The alien coming down like, hello, we have come to Earth. To fuck you up. Okay. So I feel like if you journeyed to another place in your life and it did not work out, because these are timeless. Okay. When they happen, when they do, if they already did, it doesn't mean anything. It's just, this is the energy that wants to sit on the table today. Okay. So what I'm getting is, with the Fool in reverse, you have lined up, or you did, okay, a new beginning. And this new beginning, it's kind of like, it's a little bit blurry because it kind of seems like it was a joke to begin with. That's what I feel. I feel like it was a joke to begin with. I feel like nobody was ever going to take it seriously, and it was always designed to fuck with you, so then you would give up and come back home, right? Because if it goes really well, then when you really weren't supposed to be there, like, say this was just somebody else's energy that didn't want you around. That doesn't mean that you were supposed to go anywhere. So sometimes when these people start so much shit, it's all on the inside. They don't say anything. They keep it all to themselves, okay? Expecting you to disappear because they won't acknowledge how they feel about you. They just want you gone, okay? No explanation, no word. They want you out of the picture so then they can have something with their life go back to normal. Like, clearly, maybe with Jin, with this fucking Knight of Cups, maybe, because you know what I was staring at? I was staring at his little genie thing down here that he pops out of. I was looking at that, and I'm thinking, who fucking rubbed the genie? You know, like, who rubbed the genie to come out? And because he's not even really there. So who acted like the genie was just somebody in your life that would just give you stuff whenever you ask? Like, clearly there was somebody that is entitled, and it was probably one of your parents. Say you have step parents, okay? One of your step parents didn't want you around, okay? They wanted your mom or your dad, but they didn't want the kids. And if they had their kids, they only wanted their kids and not the other person's kids. So the whole point was to rub the genie until you disappeared. Okay? Which could be this alien where suddenly you get scooped up and taken to another place and you have no idea what the fuck just happened. Because it looked good, it sounded good, but the whole time you were kind of going like, I don't really know if this is the move I should make because it kind of seems like a really fucked up move and like, I'm going to give up everything to go and do this. There's a reason why you didn't think about it, you know, like, because if you didn't, you know, like, you could have been just in the moment being like, all right, maybe this is everybody's answer if I just disappear. If I just, you know, it seems to be like I'm causing every problem and nobody really wants me around, and maybe you were single and still 40, okay? So they're just expecting you to get married and not be anybody's problem anymore. And unfortunately, when some people have kids, the immediate reaction, I dated a guy like this, immediate reaction is, when do they turn 18 so I don't have to care anymore? I literally, when he said that to me, he was talking about his, not alimony, but his child support towards his baby mama. And he actually sat there and calculated how many payments he had left for his daughter. And I got up and walked away. And then he tried to call, what's going on? What's wrong? Why are you not talking to me? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I didn't really know what to say other than, this isn't for me. Like, you're not for me. You know, like, if you're going to sit there and treat your child like a fucking, like it's a commodity, like it's supposed to be making you money, and the fact that you have to spend the money and give it to your baby mama as if it's just for your baby mama to go out shopping, maybe she is going out shopping with it. Guess what? Call a fucking lawyer and get a good one and get a judge lined up, because she's fucking with your cash. It needs to stop because it's for the kids. But you can't sit there and take that out on your kid, what the baby mama is doing or what the baby daddy's doing. Okay? That has nothing to do with your child. Child support has nothing to do with your kid. It's between adults, right? Because it's all the things that you would have paid bills with if that person had stayed in your relationship. Did you ever talk about the grocery bills in front of your kids? Or the fucking, I'm sorry, if you talk about bills in front of your kids, please don't. You do not need to put that stress on your children. They need to identify where they can be careless, okay, and nip it in the butt, but not, we go to work to pay these bills and you're sucking it dry, okay? Because that will start a whole other breed of child inside your current child if you make it seem like you're busting ass just because of them. Okay, it doesn't work out. Parents, the honestly, and it's not just parents, it's like people in general. People don't care about your problems. They don't. They're not here to fix your problems. You fix your problems. Your kids don't fix your problems. Okay, your spouse doesn't fix your problem. You fix your own problems. That's your duty as a human being here. Nobody's supposed to please you, make you feel better, unless they want you and you have a really bad day. It is all you. Okay, it is all you. Makes yourself feel better. If you've got shit that's going on that has something to do with your kid, you deal with it with the parents. Okay, you do not go to your child and bitch and complain about what they're costing you as if they're your friend, because they're not. Your children are not your friend. Your children are your children. They are not your fucking friends. Okay, so that's where parents need to, and like anything that you're doing, your kid is watching you. They are watching you, okay, shit talk. They're watching you, boil up in public. They're watching you rage, but they're also watching you show love. They're also watching you cook. They're also watching you drive. They're watching how you treat people. They're watching if you're going to lie to somebody. They're watching if you're going to bullshit somebody, because all those things that you do, they're like, well, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Like, you can treat your kids properly, or you can treat you that's an asshole. Just saying. Okay. Most likely who you're dealing with. Okay. So whoever this person is, okay, treated you like a little asshole. Okay, and because they treated you like a little asshole, they expected the little asshole to go away eventually, and you didn't. And that was the whole point. Okay, that was the whole point. And their mission was to have you come up in their life, and you were the one thing that wasn't going to go anywhere, because everybody seems to just get up and move out of the way for this person, but you didn't get up and move out of the way. You stood there. Either you say, excuse me, or I'm just going to stand here. They're used to people getting out of their way. Okay, so whoever it is, this person that you're dealing with, okay, you had something line up in your life so then this person could get rid of you. Once they got rid of you, the real truth comes out. And if they're not saying anything to anybody, they're talking in their head, so it doesn't matter. Okay, they're talking to something. And once you disappeared, it was like, oh, at last, they're gone. I don't have to see them anymore. Now I can be truly who I am, the asshole that obviously you were calling out. This person wants to break the law and fuck with people and be an entitled brat without you narking on them every time they do something, because you don't enable, other people do. Okay, so good for you for stepping out of the way, because what you did was prove that this person did not want to be a parent. They lied on their resume. Okay, they did not want to be a parent. They did not like you. They did not accept the marriage in sickness and in health and everything that comes with it, with their family. They lied. They lied on their resume and then bullshitted their way until they got a contract. Once they got the contract, they signed the fucking contract. And once they signed the contract, they knew that they were safe. As long as they stay within the contract limits, they're fine. You weren't in the contract. You were in an existing contract with that person that they signed the contract with. Therefore, you are automatically in the clause. But because you weren't on the actual contract with your fucking name written down, they saw it as, I can get rid of this. It's a problem. Okay, 10 of Wands, acting like a dragon, shooting the fire out of their mouth. Okay, getting you to leave. Somebody used a lot of fire to get rid of you. Okay, whatever the fuck that means, they use. There's the fire right there. Look at that. Page of Pentacles. Motherfuckers lit up with fire. Okay, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. And the moon with a werewolf. Look at this. This person is bipolar. Okay, they change. That moon comes out, they turn into a different person. Okay, you shut your big ass up, you fucking idiot. Like, The fuck? Come up in my shit and talk shit a little more, you little pussy ass bitch. Okay, that's what you're dealing with. People are just gonna tell you to shut your big ass up, shut your mouth, be quiet. Nobody wants to hear you. It's called go to another channel and you shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Don't make other people stop talking or exit the room because you don't want them there. If you don't want somebody there, you leave. You fucking leave. You don't ask people to leave. You get the fuck out. You're uncomfortable, you get the fuck out. And that's what's wrong with people. If they show up somewhere, they think they're the king, they're the queen. Everybody needs to bow down. Everybody's there for them until they see you. And then it's like, well, I didn't know this person was going to be here. Oh, they got to leave. Oh, I'm here now. They have to leave. No. Pretty sure we can all coexist. But this person doesn't want to look at you as if that's your problem. That's nice. Don't fucking look at me, bitch. Look away. No, they can't help it. They stalk you. They stare at you. They're obsessed with you. Okay? Honestly, it's really sad. Okay? It's really fucking sad that these people get so obsessed. Okay? It's like the sun. You know, when I looked at the sun, okay, really, where is it? There it is. Okay. Really what it looks like is a target. That's what it looks like. Okay. So when I looked at it, I was like, you're in the middle of that target. You're that dot in the middle, and there's this ring around you. Okay. Look at that. The hermit and the chariot on the top of the deck. See, Yeti. You know what I mean? He's just coming out of his cave. You have no fucking problems going home and not going places if people are going to be there. You recognize that. Listen, I can't hang out with a bunch of people, so I'm just not going to go. Why be the burden to everybody else? Ruin my time, okay? Get pissed off at myself, okay? And all these people for being there when if I don't want to see them, don't go. Okay, it's as simple as that. Go back into your fucking cave, turn on the goddamn TV, and act like nobody exists. Okay? We did it in the Stone Ages. Yetis are still doing it today. I don't know why people can't just fucking stay home and turn on the TV, turn a tattoo gun on. Fucking, I don't give a shit. Pull out fucking Monopoly. I don't care what you do. Just be happy at home. What is wrong with being happy at home? If you can't play with everybody else and you can't be in the jungle gym with everybody else, then you have to stay home. Right? That's the way I would see it. It's not just pick and choose who the fuck is on the playground. Like, no, bitch, it's a free country. It's a free playground. I ain't going home because you don't want me here. You go home. Okay? So this is somebody that, I mean, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know why this has to come up. 3 of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles back to back. And the Ace of Cups. Okay, so this costed you a lot of money. Okay, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, because it was a seed that never sowed. Because this person just didn't want to look at you. They didn't want you around anymore. They didn't want you at the family picnics. They couldn't handle it. Temperance in reverse. They got too emotional around you. Okay, so emotional. I mean, this person is such a drama queen. I can literally see them acting, you know, like they act like they're dizzy around you, or, you know, like you're doing something, like your power's doing something to them or something. And it's like everybody just goes, oh, you know, and coddles this person. And then you look like the asshole, okay, that's starting fights with people. And you don't even know that there's a fight going on. Okay, that's causing unconscious reactions in people. Wow, people just can't handle you. That's the thing. That's what I'm getting. They can't handle you. Like, get out the way, bitch. Okay? I don't care if you can't handle me. You can't handle me. You can't handle people. Go to bed and put your little sucky in. All right? Put your little diaper on. Turn into the real fucking baby that you are. Oh, honestly, every now and then, I watch the CSI Vegas. I mean, that show is how old? Okay. So go back 20 years, and there was this episode where a man dressed as a baby falls out a window, and he's just laying on the front steps and shit, dressed like a baby. Okay. And obviously, clearly he dies. Okay. And then the CSI and everything do this like investigation, and it turns out that there's this whole crew of adult people that want to be babies. Okay? Real life shit. Okay? They wear the diapers. They want to be spanked. They have like adult rattle. Like, it is adult cribs. Like, it is crazy. Crazy. How many people want to be babies? Okay? And whoever this person is a baby. Okay? They can't play on the playground with you. They expect everybody to go home when they go to the playground, or everybody to line up and they can just pick people that they want to play with, as if the world revolves around them. Okay? So whoever this is, clearly you have to know about this, because they costed you money. They made you move somewhere on a false hope, on a false win, knowing that, I mean, I think they were hoping that you would run out of money, be living in your car, and then get killed. Right? I mean, what else happens with a single person that takes off to God knows who in the world, where in the world, with nobody? What do you think is going to happen? That's not a good odd. Whether or not you're male or woman, people are going to find out right away that you're traveling by yourself. All right. So there you got a target on your back right away. Okay. Then you think that you can trust people. So then you start telling your story. And now all of a sudden you're never seen again and you're found in a ditch. Because it ain't that far-fetched. You know what I mean? It's pretty much what every cold case file is ever made off of. Every friggin' forensic file. Every, so I survived and I shouldn't be here, and, hitchhiking in the 80s. I mean, my God, what people did back then, thinking that they could just trust people. And they couldn't even trust people back then, but it was a lot better than what you can trust now. That's sure as fuck. Okay? But this was a situation that could have killed you. It should have killed you. Okay? But now I keep looking at Gollum and I'm thinking to myself, like, was this your guardian angel? Like, now I'm getting goosebumps and my humidifier just went out. Did you just see that? That light just went out? Okay. It's like, this was your guardian angel. Like, what? Like, you had to have this huge Gollum statue clay man, okay, walking around with you in another dimension just to keep you safe. Okay. And there's this one dream I had. And this actually often happens. I'm in my dream and I'm walking around with a grizzly bear. And the bear is always in front of me, walking. I'm always walking behind the bear. The bear, I believe, is my spirit animal. And it goes wherever it wants. I don't lead it at all. I don't tell it where to go. I don't hit it. I don't do anything. It's just there with me all the time. And the last time the bear came in my dreams, we went to my father's house. And if you know anything about me, I know where my father lives, but I've never seen inside of his house. He's been there for, I think, 10 years now. I've never seen inside of his house. So it's funny because, like, in the front, you can see the front window, right? So you can see what their living room looks like, but that's it. Okay. So in the dream, we were at that house because, that house is the exact replica of my grandparents' house that's right next door. Okay. It's the same layout. It's like a fourplex. It's like a four split kind of, right? There's not four even floors. It's like one floor is here and one floor is up a bit and the other floor is up a little bit. Like, it's weird, right? And my grandparents' house right beside it is the same. So I guess I do know what their house looks like. I've just never seen inside, technically, their house. So anyways, long story, doesn't matter. I was walking with the bear. And it must have been like a Thanksgiving or a Christmas because everybody was there, my family, everybody. And I came in with the bear. The bear is what comes with me. All right, I can't choose. And everyone was like, oh, like, you should have heard the gasps right away. And the thing is these fucking people know that this bear comes with me. They're not stupid, but they act stupid, right? And everyone was like, oh my God, the bear. And I was like, calm down. Like, he's fine. I think it's a he. I don't know. He's fine. I'm like, just leave him alone. Just don't touch him. Don't poke him. Don't fucking throw shit at him. Just let him walk around. And when he wants to leave, he'll leave. Or if he wants to lay down, he'll lay down. But just fucking leave him alone. And that's something that my family doesn't know how to do. They don't know how to leave me alone. All right? They attack me. They're constantly up my ass about everything. My stepmother was so inappropriate. This one time I saw her, she was chasing me around, telling me that she had breast cancer back in the day and that I need to take my Crohn's disease seriously. And her son actually got in between us, walked his mom away, and apologized to me for how inappropriate she was being because she was attacking me. I just found out I had Crohn's disease. I was at our cousin's wedding, and there she is. I had cancer. You need to take your health seriously. We're trying to take pictures, and like her son shut her down. Like I was being attacked. My father wouldn't say anything. Nobody fucking said anything. Everybody just stood there until her son said something. I couldn't believe it. I gave him a high five after, and then we got high as fuck in the bush. And I was like, "What is with your mom?" And he's like, "I don't know." He doesn't understand why his mom attacks me the way that she does. It's just like, she doesn't believe me on my scoliosis. She doesn't believe me I was molested. She doesn't believe that I have Crohn's disease. She doesn't believe anything. She thinks I'm a liar. And you know what that's done to my psyche, to my head? Okay, her calling me a liar when these doctors have told me, I've got x-rays, I have proof of this shit, and she just says it's all in my head, or that the universe will take care of me and the government will take care of me, right? Yeah, and that's why I live in a crack house, because she says that the government will take care of me and everybody else will take care of me because I don't have a husband. I'm not married. Therefore, I should be some taken woman where some man just takes care of me. What the fuck? I can't work? I can't make money. I can't do my own thing because I have to have a man take care of me. That's how dumb she is. And now she's a fucking kept woman at home claiming that she has Meniere's and can't work, although she can drive around, right? Bitch can drive around, but she can't go to work. Yeah, right. She wants to drive around and spend money and not go to work. She wants to be a kept woman because my sister was a kept woman for like 5 minutes in her marriage while her husband was a drug dealer. Okay, once again, wrong information. Okay, plus my sister was in school. So, like, people, you gotta understand, people don't really know what's going on with you. Okay, so they make up things. And it's really sad because they have your contact information. They can fucking call you. Hey, what's going on? I see this shit on Facebook. You fucking said you were sick. You fucking said you didn't feel good. What do you mean? But they don't want to hear what you have to say. They don't want to hear it. Because then they'll have to hear the truth as opposed to the assumption that they've made up in their head already, right? You're dealing with so many people's pride, okay, that anybody could tell them anything and they're going to believe it because their pride tells them that what they were told is true. Don't check the facts. No. Their pride said, don't check the facts. It's true. Why? No, your pride, your soul would never say, don't double check. Just go with it. Your soul would say, double check that shit. You know what I mean? It would say, something looks a little fishy here. Might just want to read the small print. It wouldn't be like, don't read the small print. You already know what it says. That is pride mixed with a little bit of possession of something that wants to see humanity look dumb. Right? And put their chest up and puff, like we're gorillas again. I don't need to read anything. I'm a man. And it's like, wouldn't you want to read it just so you had the information? Because maybe you don't know everything, right? But this person, okay, obviously you're an onion. There are layers to your ass, okay? There are things in those layers. There are skins that can be pulled, okay? Things are in you. You are atoms and molecules and cells and shit. You come with memory. You come with karma. You come with debts, okay? You also come with people that still want you dead. I don't know why. I don't know if it just makes us stronger, okay, or makes us fight for our life. I don't really know. But some of these fucking haters, they'll just follow you around lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, trying to fuck with you, okay? Capricorn energy, trying to get into your work, trying to take your money. Okay. And then if you do get a little bit of money, it's going to tell you to put it into something right away and get rid of it. Right? Because it wants to look out for you, obviously. So it's going to say, spend all your money, take all of this, take all of that, right? Spirit's got your back. Well, okay, Spirit does not have your back if it's telling you to spend all of your money on something that is not even a fucking guarantee. That's not Spirit, that's possession. Okay, so some people do have to, possibly look up what spiritualism really is and like what the universe is really trying to tell you, because a lot of this shit that happens is people, it's not bad luck. It's people trying to fuck with you. And the second that you start thinking that this is all you and like maybe you shouldn't be here or like maybe this is the universe rejecting you, that's when they start to win, because it gets into your head like you shouldn't be here when you have every fucking right to be here. They're the ones that are now slowly losing their rights to be here because they're poking at why you're here. Okay, so just like the bear, okay, I'm pretty sure by the end, all we did was I just walked around the house with the bear, and then I realized, wow, that's how my family sees me. They see me as a bear. They see me as somebody that's going to cause a problem, that's going to start a fight, but yet every time I get into the equation, somebody else does something. I have never raised my voice, started a fight, attacked anybody, especially my family. Okay, but now that they haven't seen me for a while, they've made up a lot of shit in their head. Like they've really gone with it as if I've been a convict and, behind bars this whole time, right? Because that's what my stepmother saw me as, right? The little bitch that didn't go away, the one that should have been locked up, the one that psycho should have been killed at birth, right? I could hear it. I'm not dumb. I knew what she was saying right in front of me, but I couldn't prove it. Okay, I couldn't prove it. Now, this kind of seems like you wouldn't have been able to prove what this person was doing, right? Because it's all in their head, and it's all these little games that they play to try to get you to disappear and show up somewhere else. I don't know if it's like if your dad helps you out a lot or your mother stops by all the time. Somebody's pissed off that you get help, okay? And it's not you getting help. It's your family's just doing their fucking job. Maybe your family's not doing anything, but they think that your family's helping you. Whatever it is, again, it's their assumptions. And you really have to watch if you're going to make assumptions about people, because like I said, this person's just not double checking their facts as if they just know everything. And that's dangerous. Shattered, never to be the same again. That's the first card. Like they wanted you. You know what I just saw? Because like the way I drew this is almost kind of like I wanted it to look like a cracked glass. Okay, that's what I wanted it to look like. And third party, look at this. Oh, there they are. Okay, I saw somebody go through a windshield. That's what I saw. And that's very ironic because one of the last times my family was all together, I was 19 years old, so 20 years ago. We were on our way to a pancake breakfast to see everybody at my grandparents, where my father lives now. And my sister and I got into a car accident, and it was bad. About 5 minutes before the accident, back then, she had this car that that the seatbelt went on you. You know those cars, right? The seatbelt is on the door and it just kind of like goes on you. And you're like, where did that come from? She had one of those cars. So back then, I don't know if we thought it was cool to just not have our seatbelts on or some shit like that. We were going country roads, 80, and we were coming up to a town. It was when the Papa Roach just came out with their album Infest. Okay. I was putting that album in to the CD player, and I got this premonition. And I was 19 years old, okay? I had no idea what this was. And I heard, put your seatbelt on. I'm getting the goosebumps. I heard, put your seatbelt on. And I heard it a few times. So finally I put my seatbelt on, and I'm like, and then of course, once I put my seatbelt on, my sister was like, why the fuck did you just put your seatbelt on? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm getting this weird sense that like, we're going to go into the ditch or something. And that's what I saw. I saw the car going into the ditch. And right away, my sister was like, what the fuck? Put your seatbelt on, everything. Right. And then we drive through this small town, right, going 50, and then it finally goes back up to 80. So I don't know if my sister forgot about the premonition that I had. It was literally only, maybe 5-10 minutes later. So she cranks it back up again. Back then she was like 20 years old, right? So she was 21 probably. She was going over 100 kilometers an hour. And this old lady didn't see us. I mean, her car was gray, kind of the color of the road, but this old ass woman pops out from a stop sign and we hit her going 100. T-boned her. And my head was down. I wasn't even looking. I had no idea what happened. My sister went into shock, almost died on the side of the road, because shock can kill you, by the way. All right. I was laying in the middle of the road. I had no idea what was happening. There was smoke everywhere. I thought the car was on fire. I called my dad, who was literally just around the corner. Paramedics came. I get put in the ambulance with the old lady. Okay. Tell me how she says, I don't know what the fuck the paramedic said, but the paramedic said something and she goes, oh, well, my arthritis, I couldn't turn my neck, so I didn't see them. I almost reached over and fucking killed her. I was like, you stupid old bitch. She was like 90 years old. I'm like, you almost killed us. But then 20 years later, okay, my sister and I were somewhere doing something, and I went, oh my God, Cindy tried to kill us. Oh my God. And it just, when something just clicks. And I think my stepmother has been trying to kill my sister, and my mother has been trying to kill me. So when we were on our way to that pancake breakfast, Cindy, my stepmother, made a wish for my sister and I to die. I hope they just don't make it. I hope they get into an accident. And she's very powerful. She's a very powerful witch. And where we hit that woman, guess what the road was called? Peace Road. As in peace, P-E-A-C-E, Peace Road, man. And we almost died. And if we hadn't put our seatbelts on, we would have went right through the windshield, both of us. I mean, my sister would have died on impact. She would have smoked the fucking steering wheel. I would have went right through the windshield. But for some reason, Spirit told me that something was going to happen, and I listened. And I mean, I didn't start reading tarot for another 10 years. Like, I had no idea what that was. But that's the premiere I just got right now was, wow, I feel like someone's going to go through a windshield because of a fucking third-party interference that just doesn't want you to show up somewhere. Do you hear how fucked up that sounds? It sounds like you're dealing with Charles Manson. Really? You would wish me death as opposed to show up to a dinner? What the fuck is wrong? And I'm not here to know anything about them. I don't care about them. Look at that. The burner. We are so hot onto this. Oh my God. They wanted you gone. They were really hoping. Did you see that pop out? They were really hoping that once you were gone, you were never coming back. Look at that narcissist, obnoxious, one-sided idiot. Because that's all it is. All they can see is their side and their side only. It doesn't matter if you were in the equation first. They will remove you. It doesn't matter if you're the owner. They will push you out. If a narcissist wants your fucking life, they'll get it. And if you're dealing with weak ass people, they'll get it even quicker than what they anticipated. Because they're entitled and people give them stuff. And that's why I teach people on this channel to not entitle people. Please, it's the worst thing you could ever possibly do. Just break up with them. Just walk away with them. Do not entitle them. Do not give them the satisfaction to fuck people over because they had a bad day or because mommy and daddy were rich growing up and they've never seen a bad day or they don't know what that's like. Let them know. Reality check. Okay? Check out my melody. Reality. Okay? We have Dana Scully. Look at that. Facts. Evidence. There's evidence out there of what they tried to do to you just because they didn't want you around. Okay, private property. Look at, they just wanted to block the property off. They didn't want you. If this person increased their security, if they all of a sudden put an alarm system up and you're like, okay, mom, like really? And they were like, oh, it's not me. It was blah, blah, blah. Or they all changed the law or something on you. And that's one thing. My stepmother changed the locks and took my key away from me when I was, I don't know, 26 or something like that. And I came over to the house in the middle of the day to see my father, and they were obviously having sex or something, and she came out in her little fucking flannel at like 1 PM, yelled at me, told me I had no fucking right to be in her house, and she was taking my key away from me immediately. And I was like, okay, I'm down here. You could have just let me know you were busy. I wouldn't have walked up there. I'm not a child. But apparently I'm not allowed to come to my own father's house. And now I haven't even been to his house. She moved him to another house. I've never even been in that house. So you tell me who the fucking witch bitch is in my family. Is it me who keeps getting locked out of my father's life? Or is it her who says that she can't handle me? Well, I don't even fucking know what that means. All right, so fucking lightning crashes. Boom. And Santa comes to town. Honestly, I don't understand what the fuck is so wrong with people, why they can't just admit what they're doing or say that they don't like you, but obviously they can't say that they don't like their boyfriend's kids, right? Or they can't say that they don't like their wife's family. They just won't say it, right? Because it's like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings with how you actually feel. So you're going to hide it and act like you care. Isn't that worse? Right? Worse that they are acting and lying instead of telling you the truth. And some people would be like, just lie to my face. I don't give a fuck. Just lie to me. Okay. Tell me that you're telling me the truth, but lie to me. I'll fucking shoot my head if that's ever the shit that comes out of my mouth, honestly. Mimosa time. I was like, is there anything else I gotta talk about with this? Ooh. Listen. The universe knows what they did. All right? They are well aware of what they did. They saw what they did. They watched what they did. Okay? And there's idiot. And you know why it says idiot? Because this person was so stupid, okay, that they talked to people they shouldn't have. They ran their mouth where they shouldn't have. They did things in front of people who saw, and they act like they can just get away with it. Like they're too pretty. That's what I heard. They're too pretty to get in trouble from the universe. What does that even mean? Do you think a judge, oh, ma'am, we understand that you were going 130 in a 50 zone, and we would send you to jail normally, but you're just too pretty, and we think you don't have to go to jail. Like, do they think that that's what really happens? Oh, God bless them if they do. Honestly, let them just line up their court dates and that the judge is just going to let them off. I love when the universe has a sense of humor with these geriatric fucks. Maybe some of them are geriatric. I mean, they are getting old. They think they're going to stay young forever? Forever young. Like, do they think they're Mel Gibson? No. we're always going to deal with dumb people on this channel, and that's just one thing that we all have to deal with together is the dumbness that is society. Mainly all your exes and family. So bring it in. I love to hear about everybody's problems and how fucked up their families are. Because then I know I'm not alone. How could I be alone? The world is too big for me to be the only one that has narcissistic people all around them. Just surround me. All right, what are we at? 18. Oh my God, that was a 50-minute reading. All right, we're going to pull one more reading from the sounds of it and see what happens. Because if it's another 50-minute reading, we're going to be here for a while. Hey, we got the strippers. The rippers are showing up. Somebody's lustiness is getting them in trouble. Lust, I don't think Lust has come out once on the channel since I did the old sins. I don't think it's come out. So this is very interesting, people. Ooh, now I can hear Slain. On his way to wrath, on his way to pride, on his way to put this mother on the other side. Wow. Okay. And wrath and pride are right beside each other. And that Slain with wrath and pride just came out of my mouth. On his way to put this mother on the other side. The ring and the lure? War of the Worlds. Okay, what is that? Trick? I think that's Trick the Trap. Honestly, you know what I feel like this is? I feel like somebody's significant other is like obsessed with something. And it's like I'm getting a Fatal Vows. This one that I watched where this man... These people were together for like 10 years or something, and this man was a sex addict. And he spent thousands of dollars on women. And his wife knew about a lot of it, but just didn't say anything, She just kind of was the perfect mom at home and did what she could, just hoping that, one day her husband wouldn't be so disgusting, and this was another thing I watched. This girl was recording and her father-in-law was there, and she asked her husband to stop following this account on Instagram. And he's like, what account? And she's like, well, this chick who's just naked all the time. She's just naked. And he goes, well, how do you know? And she's like, well, because I looked who you were following. And he's like, okay, well, in that case, no. And it was so abusive. It was like, okay, if you're married, why the fuck why do you have to look at women? I just don't understand. If you're with somebody, the whole Instagram, Facebook thing and following accounts and shit and all those naked chicks that are out there and all this stuff, if you are in a relationship and you're still following naked women accounts, there's something wrong with you. Okay, in a sense where like you most likely have a sex addiction, or you don't like your wife, or you don't like your family. Maybe you need to, because the way that I see it, if you're in a happy relationship, you do not need to be looking at other people. There is no need. When is there time? Okay, for one, when is there time? And so many of these men and women are doing it like literally right in front of their fucking significant others. Okay, just like scrolling through women's profiles while they're sitting there with their girlfriend. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why would you do that? Like, I literally, it was hard. I started seeing this one guy and I looked at, he didn't have very many people he was following, but a lot of the people he was following were like models and like swimsuit models and shit. And I honestly, I went on a couple dates and like, that was it. I was like, you're the most superficial fucking piece of shit in the world. Like you, like, honestly, if that's all you're going to do. And then he was just like checking women out all the time around me. I was like, hello, like, why am I here? Like, I mean, if you just want to look at everybody else, I don't got to be here. I'm going to go home and put my fucking PJs on and I'm going to turn on fucking David Duchovny. All right. And fucking touch myself. All right. I don't need you around. Okay. Like, this is it. Like the boys get the fuck out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, this shit. Okay. And like, God bless the strippers and the hoes and the fucking chicken heads and everything. Okay, everybody, girls got to do their shit. People got to make money. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. But somebody is obsessed. And when somebody gets obsessed with that shit, that's dangerous. Okay, because actually I was watching Halloween, the fucking Devil's Rejects guy. Zombies Halloween. I was watching the second one. And obviously, no, it was the first one. Yeah. Michael Myers' mom is a stripper, obviously, right? And I noticed this time when she's going to walk to her car, she had an escort. There was a man walking with her, an older man, walked her to her car, and then she got in and he just, said goodnight. And then she drove off. And I'm like, she had an escort, which a lot of strippers do have to have escorts, walk them to their car. A lot of strippers, actually, fun fact for you, do not live in the cities or the towns where they strip. They will go into the city, all right? Because they get a lot of attention. People get obsessed with them, follow them around, like a lure, okay? So I don't know. I don't know if maybe you are a stripper, because this is beyond personal. Like, I don't know if somebody's got a huge fixation on you, okay? They could have a huge fixation on women. It might not just be you. It might be like a little bit kind of rapey, that like they'll just take anything and do, like, now I'm getting that Russell Williams. Oh, he was such a perv, like 85 break-in entries of taking women's underwear, children's underwear, bathing suits. He was a cross-dresser. He wanted to be a woman. Oh my God, it's so creepy. Hiding important information from you. Honestly, I'm getting this really weird vibe, because now I'm getting that X-Files episode of the guy who wants to wash the woman's hair. And oh my, the guy, and he works for the funeral home or something, and he's got all of those funeral home flowers and shit, and he's trying to kill the prostitute. That's what he wants to do. He just wants to clean them first, because he says they're dirty, and then he kills them. Like, pride is here. Okay, and wrath is here. And you know what else is here? Something that says very disturbing. Pull the alarm. Emma, I just heard my phone start ringing in my head. Challenging you toe to toe. What does this say? If you keep doing this, you might die. Doctor check-in evaluation. When you walked away, it changed everything. Okay, so this could be somebody like Scorpio energy, somebody you had sex with, or maybe you are a sex worker. Fuck, is Lauren watching? Oh my gosh. one of my viewers is an OnlyFans. Does she do? Yeah, she does OnlyFans. I told her multiple times to make sure that she protects herself, and because you might not think that you're the best slice of cake, but let me tell you, somebody wants what you have. Okay. And it's a little creepy because it kind of seems like they could lure you in pretty quick. And I don't know, maybe they have money. So watch out for anybody that, like, for one, if you're an escort, you're going on dates, please have somebody check in with you at all times when you won't go on dates. Okay, if you don't work for a company, because like a company would check in on you. This is like if you're doing dates on your own and you don't have a company that you're working for one, maybe try to get a company, okay, just for safety purposes. Ow, I just got a pain in my boob. Oh, like I don't know if they want to stab you in the boob or something. I don't know, man. Like if you're going to do dates on your own, have somebody check in with you. Let somebody know, like, listen, I'm with this, I'm on a date right now. If I'm not home in like an hour, call me, make sure I'm okay. Like give your location to somebody so then they know where you are. Okay. If this is a situation where you get like somebody that just is coming around your work too much, get escorted to your vehicle. Okay. Or if you're used to walking to the bus station, maybe take a cab to the bus station or something like that. Or, just, I don't know if it's somebody, I feel like somebody needs to know where you are. Okay. And not a stalker, like somebody to keep you safe needs to know where you are. Like there's this one escort that her videos always pop up on YouTube. I think she's Australian or something. And she pops up a lot. And I like, she's a really high paid escort. And she is really still good friends with her baby daddy. And I don't know if she works for a company. I think she's independent, but I always think like, when her videos pop up, like now, because now she's popping up and I'm thinking like, a lot of clients take her places. Like she has one client that takes her to Japan because he is Japanese. So she just jumps on his jet and like, flies back and forth with him and stuff. And I'm like, it sounds like the life, but it also sounds terrifying but now she's a public figure, but we know public figures still disappear. They still die. They are not immune to dying because they're in the public eye. If anything, once you're in the public eye, you become prime meat to psychos out there. Like, I know this. I've been witness to it already. I've been a victim to it. But the thing is that I feel like I'm not going to stop doing what I want to do because somebody has some type of fixation for me, right? I feel like that's not fair. Like, so I can't say my videos because somebody can't get their feelings in check. I'm supposed to fail now, or I can't do it. So I've thought of different ways of doing it, but so many people steal your videos. So I want my lips to match my videos so that I don't have to prove that they're mine if somebody takes them. Because like Chiron, Chiron had a huge problem, and somebody took his videos for a year straight. And now he finally put himself in front of the camera because I feel like it was a safety thing. Like if people didn't start seeing that he was the one saying that, he was going to have a really hard time proving that those were his videos at all. Okay. So that's the thing, is like, maybe this is another, like maybe you've got pictures up or something like that doesn't show your face. I don't know. Maybe you want to put pictures up now that don't show your face. I don't know. I mean, like, Spirit's never going to say you don't deserve to do something because there's some crackhead stalker that fucking wants you. But what they're going to say, because they all know people need to make money. Okay, this is a fucking real world. Okay, there is no just checks coming in every month, like without serious fucking hard work. Okay, so if you need to work, it's like no one's going to take that away from you. But there could be something that you're a little careless to, that maybe you need, like if you've been wanting to buy a vehicle, but you just haven't because public transportation is so easy, buy a vehicle. Okay. Something like that, you know, like again, if you're used to just walking, universe is like, you're going to need to get a drive for a little while. Right. Like, and that's what I said when I didn't have a car, really. I said, okay, well, a car would cost me this much a week, you know, with gas and blah, blah, blah. I'll use that money that I would use for my car as transportation, because I am the kind of person that will walk, right? I'm a walker. Like, I shouldn't really walk as much as I do, but I will walk if I can to get there if I don't have a vehicle. I'm not going to call a cab or take a bus. I'll just fucking walk there. I don't give a shit, whatever, right? But I also am like, well, you know what? If I've got this money and I'm not going to use it on a car, fuck it, I'll just take a cab, or I will take the bus or something, you know, like I will take the easy way instead of possibly walk. Now I'm getting Mia Zapata, which is she was the lead singer of a band, a grunge band, back in the 90s. I forget what they're called, but she was walking alone from a gig, I believe, and she had her headphones on and her hood up, and she was walking home in the same neighborhood she does every night, and this man, fucking foreigner, I'm pretty sure he was a Cuban, jumped the border, illegal, alien, wasn't even supposed to be there, and raped and killed her instantly. I mean, he saw something he really liked. There was never anything that said that he knew Mia from before, or was he following her around from show to show. It didn't really say anything. All it said was that, you know, he admitted that that's what he did, and he saw her and he took a liking to her, and he wanted it, and that's what happens. You know, if some fucking creep wants you that bad, trust me, he'll figure out a way to lure you in with something that you don't have, say money, right? Oh, I'll give you $2,000, come to my house and spend the night with me. This isn't Pretty Woman. Okay, there's the One Ring. I mean, we talked about this the other day where I was like, you don't know if somebody's got some fucking hidden room with like a torture chamber in it and then you're never going to be seen again. Did you not see that news about a man who started a fire in his house because his stepmother had kept him locked up for 30 years? Nobody saw him since he was 6 years old. Like, and he finally just started a fire in the house because he said that he would rather die than live in that room like that anymore. That was his stepmother. The fuck? You know what I mean? People are crazy. Freaking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And you are Cocoa Puffs. You know what I mean? And there's no, like, fixing this. There's no talking to them and being like, please don't be obsessed with me. I'm just like everybody else. They don't care. That's bullshit in their minds. Okay? You're like the One Ring. People want to possess you. I don't know if it's hot, sexy, I don't know, but somebody wants to possess you, okay? And it's because of the way that you look. And I'm not saying that to demean your personal qualities, but I'm trying to say that it's not like they like your personal qualities. They just like what you look like. You could be anybody, technically, to them, as long as you look the way that you do. You could be Charles Manson's sister, and they'd be like, come on in. You know, definitely doesn't run in the family, other than good genetics, you know, like, they're that, you know, like, so just, Spirit is like, just make sure that you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's with your safety, okay? Because if you are out there shaking it, no one's judging you. They're just like, girl, be careful. Or guy, be careful. Because somebody is just... like I said, cuckoo for your puffs, okay? So Spirit says is in danger. Oh my God, look at what's on the bottom of the deck. Spirit believes someone is in danger. Aquarius, a connection, some type of connection. What's it say on the bottom? 11th house of friends, the devil. There's Capricorn right there. They might try to, befriend you in some way. There's the 10th house of career. This is what I mean. Be careful. Turn your location services on. Send it to a friend. Tell them who you're with. All right? At this point, sometimes I feel like, I have a list of people in my Instagram that I kind of feel like I would call if I couldn't get a hold of my sister. Just to get me out of trouble if I needed it. Just be safe out there. Okay, Mars and Saturn with the ego, chain reaction. Honestly, there is something there's this gnat all of a sudden that is just flying around my head. And that is a good indicator that somebody's around you. They're flying around you. Okay. And just be careful, just take a little bit extra precaution, especially now with Halloween coming up, I don't know, they might try to pop out and scare you or some stupid shit like that, or invite you to a party. Okay. Again, I don't want to say sit at home and be a loser because, everybody is going to try to kidnap you, but just bring a buddy, bring a friend. Right? Isn't that what we always used to do? Did we ever show up at parties without our friends back in the day? Did we even go on first dates without our friends? No. It was a double date, bitch. Or your friend was in the mall somewhere stalking you. Okay? So, again, I don't know why we lose so many of the traits that we did when we were younger, because it doesn't matter. Your age now doesn't matter, because you could be 40 years old and apply or reply to an ad that wants you to come and do a photo shoot with them. And again, that's that Cusack movie, Frozen Ground. You're never seen again. And you're a 40-year-old. It doesn't, he's not all predators go for the specific type. Like that one, Russell, man, he went for all ages, 11, 15, 17, 30, 40. If it was around, he sniffed it. Didn't matter. It was female. It was for him, right? So that's what I mean by somebody, they don't like you for your personality. It's not because you like Harry Potter, okay, they like you. No, it's more because you're hairy somewhere else, okay, that they like you. It is not your collection of toys. Or, again, I don't know, freaky kind of toys maybe. But not, how can I say that? How can I say not figurines or action figures? Because dudes go crazy over that shit. So I don't know. Again, remember, it's an analogy, people. How it plays out, God only knows. Knock on wood that we all survive. Did you hear that bang outside? Someone's got our back. Somebody just banged outside. And I'm pretty sure it's a possibility he can hear me talking. Because, yes, my voice is that loud. But it was the universe. Never front. The universe is here. Okay? So, we're going to wrap it up. I had a big day today. Oh, so much weed. Personal readings, WhitneyMoonshine@gmail.com. It's in the description. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks for liking the video. Thanks for everything you do. All right. I hope I answered some questions that people needed. If not, send those telepathic questions in to me so Spirit and I can answer them for you in an orderly fashion. And that's it. See you later, alligator. And be good. All right. Word to your mothers. Peace.